So with the Epic Game Store, yeah. So I'm taking kind of issue with it, particularly around the Shenmue 3 game. What bothers me, I think, is Epic's business practice in this case. Is it seems that they are literally buying up exclusives off of kickstarting platforms, crowdfunding platforms. And I say this because of tweets from the CEO and as Epic, just the way that the situation's been handled. It was a kickstarted back in what, like 2016 for Shenmue 3. The developer Ease apparently, and they received $6.3 million in backing to build this game with a predicted release date December 17th. That's come and gone, and now we're in 2019 and it's finally getting to release. And they struck a deal of exclusivity with the Epic Game Store when it was initially to be out on Steam. Now, I don't know the details of whether or not it was going to be out on Steam at some point. I've not seen anything about that. But what really bothers me is that they weren't going to refund any of the backers that didn't want it on Epic Game Store. They wanted it on Steam because that's what they paid for. And to me, it gets more bothersome in the idea that Epic is now coming in and buying out your Kickstarter. Apparently with caveats that if you are a high tier backer, you may not get all your money back. But
I thought I read that they were refunding people.
No, Epic Games is refunding people, not the studio. So that the studio can maintain money for the game.
Here's the thing: is who should you be more mad at, Epic Games or the creators of the game who sold out?
I'm sympathetic and mad at the game creators. The reason I'm upset is that people put their money into this game. Yeah. They believed in that company to build it and produce it. And here comes this company later who sees that this game's got potential, it's gaining traction, and they literally pull it out from under you. To me, that feels like a slap in the face to backers. And the only reason I say it feels like a slap in the face to backers is because Epic has said, if they kind of sent out what sounds like an open invitation that, any developer that starts on a crowdfunding platform, we'd be willing to help you in the case of refunds with Epic Store exclusivity. If they can't work it out with Steam, they'll give refunds. And I'm like, it just seems like you're trying to goad people into coming to your platform and selling out their backers.
Pretty much. I mean, they're just going to make people angry.
Well, the reason is I've backed a lot of projects on Kickstarter and lost a fair amount of money. Most people get on the boards or the projects that they've lost money on and just piss and moan and whine, be like, you guys didn't deliver. Where's my product? I want my money back. I'm like, dude, it's Kickstarter. You took a gamble on a company and you lost. You didn't have an investment. They don't technically owe you anything. And odds are, if there's no money, you're not getting it back. So, but the point still stands is that I've gone through the process. I've kickstarted several games that have come to light and always gotten my product generally. And if not, some of them have dipped out. I can't do anything about it, so I move on. But when you get to a point where you can fund the game and then you still sell it to a developer, and then it kind of feels like you're just stepping on the people that put your foundation there for you.
You are, especially if that's what you agreed to at the beginning, and now you're like, well, hey, we're not going to do this anymore.
And I understand maybe development costs were a lot higher than they anticipated, things like this, but
they should have.
It's still,
I don't know.
I don't think with that, if your game was in trouble and it wasn't going to get done, there's no win-win for the studio here. And they probably just did what was best to make the game come out. But it still irks me,
Yeah. It just...
Maybe more on principle than on actual execution. But I don't like the fact that it seems that Epic is encouraging this kind of practice.
I could have maybe seen them, saying, well, they could get the first release and then it would release later on other platforms.
See, that's what I don't know about. That's the missing variable, but still.
That would be more okay, because if they helped finish funding it, I can see them wanting at least first dibs on it.
So timed exclusivity, yeah, that wouldn't bother me near as much either. But to say that, apparently there's some reason they can't put it on Steam. So
Yeah, because they're greedy.
well, I can't vouch for their reason. I just know that there is an unspoken, untold reason why they can't do it.
Did our title change?
It should have, because I updated it. And when I check edit, it showed it. See?
Oh yeah, it shows up there, just not on.
But yeah,
screen.
I don't know. Those were just some thoughts I'd had. What do you guys think about that kind of situation?
One of those things where you really can't predict that that's going to happen.
That's
and
right.
And you could put a stipulation in the like on your donor page or what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like, if at some point we need extra help, we
Shadow.
might search that out.
Yeah.
As a heads up. But they couldn't predict that they're gonna have to go to Epic or whichever way it came.
I mean, I can see a studio not knowing at least, but I guess it's one of those things that nobody would have ever really thought about because Epic wasn't there doing this when I was backing games. So
exactly, so you could predict this would happen.
So I still think it's a little underhanded in its execution.
A little bit. Yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do to make your game come out, but there are better ways than to step on people's toes like that. I mean, like to initially come out and say, no, you're not getting a refund, even though we're stripping it from your platform of choice, just kind of seems inappropriate. They come around and Epic swoops in to save the day, and while Epic tries to look good, it just I think it makes them look smug. Like,
oh, it does feel it. It makes it, and if I had backed that game, and this is and like I say, if I was part of this problem, I'd be very upset right now.
Yeah, and understand.
I'd be truly upset because they're like, "Oh, well, you're not getting your refund." It's like, but that's what I paid for.
Have they done this before?
No, but it's like the fact that they pretty much said that if you're kickstarted and you get exclusivity with us after offering it to Steam, we'll just refund your game for you. I've been through a couple Kickstarters in different industries that have done that, and it never ends well. At least with the backers, and then the companies that end up with the property that you have to deal with, like in one particular case, that drinking card game, was sold off to Ninja Division, became a subsidiary, and they were publishing it. In fact, those 10 copies that I've got, can't get them anymore. Because there was something in the contract stipulating that if Ninja Division didn't fulfill their end of the contract, rights would revert to him solely, and their contract would be abolished, and that's what happened. So now it is strictly his property again. I'm curious to see what's kind of going to happen. But they're coming out apparently with a pocket version. It's like a little card-sized deck, so you can take it everywhere.
They should just make it also.
I have a digital copy.
I was gonna say because that.
But the cost of printing it is insane.
That's what I'm saying. Make it digital. It'd be
even if I even tried to go to like one of those mass printing places, it's still super expensive. And you can do what you want, but man,
like I said, that's part of the trouble now. Like with wanting to put out a book, like do you do it yourself and print it, or do you go to a publisher and have it printed, or you just do it yourself and do it digitally?
Yeah, you can write it on Apple's got a thing on their App Store where you can write books and publish to their eShop, and Amazon's got one.
Even like picture books, like kid books?
I mean, yeah, because they'll show up on the tablets. That's half of my textbooks I use on a digital format.
I didn't realize that you like personally could do that.
Yeah, there's an option to self-publish onto Amazon.
I will have to.
I don't like everything.
I do and don't mind it.
I don't.
It makes it should make anything that is actually printed more. The quality of actual printed stuff should be higher because it's more expensive.
Yeah.
So that's like the good part of it. Like, I
mean, my textbooks are generally just a direct PDF scan style of the book. But the beauty for me is that I love using textbooks. I like having it in hand. But I can't hit Control F and search my textbook. But if I've got it on my phone, I can still highlight, I can still make notes, yeah, the format's not preferable just in size, but
Yeah.
the trade-off is if I see a word or I think of a word, and that's the only thing I can catch out of that little bit of memory I got going on right there, and I can search it in my book, and it'll tag it everywhere in my book, and I can flip immediately to those things, just like searching through a web page, which has been very helpful, particularly in like blood bank studies. So I don't know a particular is it not abbreviation? What's the word I'm thinking of where you use just the first letter of each word? Not an anagram, is it?
But you use
An
the first
an
letter
acronym.
to make
No?
an anagram.
Maybe it's like CVS on a pharmacy.
Yeah.
But I don't know what CVS stands for, so I just search that in the book,
It's an acronym.
and it'll pull up.
I don't remember.
It's okay. I'm still
too.
waking up. But that my point stands is that it allows you to get through the book in a way you don't expect that is very useful. If you know your keyword,
I was right. It is
cool.
an acronym.
If you know your keyword, you can get to the information you need.
Yeah.
So I like it because often when I'm studying my homework, things like that, and I say, hey, what does this mean? So I search it in the book, and it pulls it right up, and I'm kind of like, this is beast mode.
Well,
So I don't know,
mm,
but that's our discussion on digital, our 5 minute fall off.
well, kind of, but it kind of segues into our next topic a little bit too.
Because everything's going digital,
Everything's going digital.
even shareholders.
Shareholders are now just digital people.
My Sims are my
Well.
shareholders.
They're not gonna have meetings anymore. They're gonna have sim meetings.
They invest heavily with simoleons.
But right now, Nintendo was talking with. They had like their annual meeting with their shareholders, and the shareholders were concerned about Nintendo not jumping on the bandwagon with cloud gaming, with streaming.
Yeah.
Which they kind of Miyamoto apparently kind of alluded to the fact that he doesn't think that it's going to be that big currently, that it might grow larger in the future. And I mean,
It has to.
he alluded to that, basically saying like if it does expand, they'll expand into it, but
Yeah.
he's not concerned about it because they're more concerned with like he's still, what did it say?
Not their
Said
primary goal.
It wasn't their primary goal, and that they were more that he still felt like local games had a place. They still gave fun. They do. That's the one thing I love about Nintendo is that they always do things off the rails. They don't follow suit with everybody else.
Even if it fails.
Even if it fails, they try. They don't they don't just jump on the bandwagon and go, "Oh yeah, this is what everyone's doing. Let's get on it." They kind of just do their own thing. They're like that kid that sat in the back of the class and you're always wondering what they were doing.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, they always had the coolest projects. Like, oh,
I could always use
like
another
how did they?
Virtual Boy.
What have they been doing back there?
Mhm.
But
Yeah, Virtual Boy 2. Where is it, Nintendo?
where is it?
Not a 3DS.
I need
but a Virtual
Pokemon.
Boy.
I need Pokemon Snap on the Switch now.
No, I need Pokemon Snap in wireframe red on the Virtual Boy 2. And
wait.
it only sits on my desk and I can't take it anywhere.
That's what the Labo is. You get virtual stuff on the Labo.
Do I?
The Labo.
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Yeah,
VR,
so
Labo VR.
That's what they're.
That was interesting.
No, but that's their Virtual Boy too.
But I don't know. I kind of
download.
agree with Nintendo. I say our infrastructure here in America, I don't know
Oh.
is good enough yet for streaming.
Rue got Rue deleted, or Timelapse or Streamlabs deleted Rue's message.
Can you see what it was?
No, it just says message.
Wonder what happened.
Oh, I see it. Hi, Rue.
Hello.
It says nerd. You typed in all caps. That is.
Yeah, we're still figuring that out. I had toned it down, but apparently it's still a vigilant. So I'm gonna have to go and redo that.
They fell prey to. Rue fell prey to what happened to Shadow.
Right?
For Shadow.
He's probably laughing right now.
It's not just him.
Like, hey, now someone else falls. But no, I kind of agree. And I think the way that Nintendo's done it, as far as streaming, where they've left it generally up to publishers to deal with the streaming side of things. Like you got your Resident Evil 7 Cloud. There was another game that was cloud streamed. I don't even remember what it was.
I don't know.
Generally, if the game is too intense for the Switch in Japan, they can stream it, and their internet infrastructure is better than ours.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I kind of agree though with the Nintendo stance on it. I don't think game streaming is going to be as huge as people think it's going to be, like in the near future.
Got to get that latency down.
Further down the line, it's possible, and we don't know. But
I think it will be. It's inevitable.
Currently, I don't think it's going to be.
No. With the way that people like to maintain control over their property, streaming a game is a godsend to a publisher.
Here's the other
and a developer. It's going to be so hard to pirate a game you can't get a hold of. Not to mention, they definitely control access to that game. That is, once the service goes down, you don't have that game anymore, and they can sell it to you later.
What type of games?
No, it is not. I guess like if you're doing like single players, RPGs with any kind of turn based. God forbid they take that away from me at some point. I know they will. They'll find something. They'll find some other system like the active time battles that. Like I'm a wait fan personally. Like on Final Fantasies. Unless I'm like grinding and I turn active on and then I just sit there and I'm spamming X all day.
So whenever you play Final Fantasies, you keep it on the wait.
Yes, because I turn the battle speed all the way up.
Yeah, I do too. I keep it on active.
No. Like I was playing Chrono Trigger on the phone with the battle speed up.
Write in the comments which one you prefer, wait or active. I personally prefer the active. I hate waiting.
Because at least with games as a service on Steam, I can keep a copy on my computer, and I can play it when it's offline. I've not experienced any issues where they've stripped me of the ability to do so over a given time of not logging in, but that could be something in the future. I'm not saying I'm the hugest fan of Steam. I enjoy Steam better than other digital market fronts, but streaming keeps it solely on the publisher's platform. It doesn't ever leave, so they have even more control over it. At least like for instance in the case of Alan Wake, when it lost its ability to be sold for a while there because of licensing of the music, I could still play it because I had a license on Steam.
Here's my big issue with streaming, with like game streaming, is that you don't. It kind of goes back to like not having that physical. Like you don't have that physical copy. So what happens when that service shuts down?
Well, that's what I was saying. It's gone.
They can't run those services forever. So
they don't want to.
I mean, I understand that it's expensive.
I mean, they just don't want to. I mean,
but retro gaming is going to be not a thing anymore.
Oh, gaming historians are going to have a heyday. Or like not a heyday, a conniption fit.
I was going to say, why would they have a heyday?
You're going to have them like breaking into like game studios in the middle of the night, stealing server blades.
And it'll make you itchy.
We got the game.
Nobody wants to be itchy.
That's the thing, though. It's like going back and saying, hey, this is what I used to play when I was your age. It's not going to be a thing anymore because it's all going digital. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of paying for something and then losing it like out of my control later on down the road. Not because I lost it or because I sold it or because I gave it away, but literally losing it because I didn't have the choice, regardless of whether I was still using it or not.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't play every one of my Super Nintendo nor Nintendo nor Nintendo 64 games, but I have them.
But here's the thing, is I have picked up my old Game Boy on occasion. I have played all those old games.
I'm saying I don't generally every day do these
things, not every day.
But I have the option.
But it's a nice nostalgia fact, and it's nice to see that old gaming history that from so long ago, like, look how bulky, look how crappy this screen looked.
I think most of it looks just fine.
It's okay. Not comparatively, though.
Yep.
With newer stuff.
I'll take Chrono Trigger any day.
But you can't. The other thing is you can't. There's no way to be like, hey, here's this game that I bought. I'm not playing it. I don't like it anymore. I'm not playing it. Like, what do you do with those games? You can't give them away. You can't trade them off. You can't. I mean,
I think the advent of trading is going away anyway for your games.
I don't know. I still have some
With
people where we're
digital,
like,
kinda...
here, have you played this game? No. Okay, well, I beat it the other day. You can borrow it for the next month.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is that
Pass off between hands? It happens at work all the time. Where I hear people trading games.
Retro games is not a big enough market for a company to be interested in maintaining the servers.
Forget them.
We have to do it ourselves and start our own service.
Oh no. Business venture, anybody? Kickstart right here?
Patent pending.
What is it?
Everything is pending with us.
Exactly.
You're pending, and you're pending.
So what's your game service called? It's pending. And that's literally going to be, it's pending. It's, so
Actually,
IT apostrophe
that
S.
would work because if it's a mail service, it is pending in the mail.
Yeah.
It's pending to you.
Yes,
we can't put our foot down on anything. Except spiders.
That would be the thing, is like you could give out your password, but like Rue says, like, I'm not gonna give out my Steam password to anybody. I mean, I might give it to you, but if Bud asked me, I'd be like, no.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna give it to some friend at work and be like, hey, I want to try that game out. I'm like, okay, we'll go buy it.
Somebody asked me about that. Did Steam do a loaning thing? Try a loaning thing a long time ago?
That I know of, no. You can buy a game and return it within the first 2 hours as long as you played less than 2 hours for it.
Isn't it?
Of it, sorry.
I remember Microsoft had a kind of model like that with the original plan for the Xbox One, was where if you had friends added to your like close friends list, and they scrapped it before the Xbox One launched, you could actually loan the license out to your friends and they could play it as long as you weren't playing it. But I was curious to see if that concept would ever be put to use, and I've yet to see it. So
what, like people like borrowing?
Yeah, so the closest thing I've seen is like I've had some friends that would they'd each buy an Xbox and then they'd set each other's Xboxes, their home Xbox, and then they just log in on their friend's Xbox at their house.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's
Okay, I didn't know. I'd heard somebody talking about it at some point, and I didn't know if there was any legitimacy to that. But I know Microsoft had thought about it for a while, and
well, like I said, on Steam you can at least rent it, I guess. In a sense.
Such a
for the first 2 hours.
But the thing is, games now have such long cinematic openings and this and that.
You skip it.
Oh my god, you be a troll on Steam, you make a 2-hour stick figure intro.
Yeah, I want to return. I didn't get to play it. Well, the watch time's here.
It looks like you got 2 hours in gameplay, man.
I didn't get to do anything.
So you can technically, like, what's the word?
You can
put in, yeah, you can put in. It's just not automatic if there's more than 2 hours on a game. So if there's less than 2 hours on a game, yeah, it's just automatic. Otherwise, you have to send in a request and they have to review it. You have to give it an explanation. Yeah. And I guess in that fact, you'd be like, this game's a POS. It made me watch a 2-hour intro that I couldn't skip.
But the intro,
I don't know, if you sat through a 2-hour intro and didn't go, what the heck am I watching? And just like control delete from there.
Well, the game story that I wrote has it takes 3 hours to tell the history of that game.
Yeah, that's
so
supposed
I
to
could literally open up telling the history and then start with the middle game, which would have been the second game, because I wrote a really long timeline out.
Or you could just, make it playable.
I just think it'd be funnier.
Nobody
to
would.
People.
Nobody would go through. They'd get 10, 15 minutes in maybe, and then look up what everybody else.
I'd have
saying.
a very niche, dedicated fan base.
Good enough to hold someone's attention is way hard. See, that's what I was saying. Rue agrees with me. Thank you, Rue. Nobody's gonna sit through a 2-hour stick figure animation.
But if I pulled it off,
but nobody's going to. You'd have to get this.
But if I did it,
you wouldn't.
What would be your argument to Steam to be like, well, it was a 2-hour animation, sir. Why did you sit through all of it?
You have to consider in some universe that actually.
I mean, it must have been good if you sat through 2 hours of it, or you were very intrigued about what happened at the end.
Maybe they were just hoping it was gonna get better.
This is gonna go somewhere. I know it. You're an hour and 30 minutes in. It's still going somewhere.
Got Stockholm syndrome at that point.
Such a great game.
I hate it, but I love it.
I've done that with a few games, like where I've just played it so long and like I can't stop now.
All right, that's our next goals. We're gonna make that's your next goal. You got to make a 2-hour stick figure animation for this game that you're talking about, and you have to hold everybody's attention.
And then when you finally get to the gameplay, you move
games.
to the right one square, and the game's over.
At that point, yeah, Rue's got a point. You shouldn't be making games. You should just be making animations.
Yeah, but I'm trying to break the paradigm. What is gaming?
No, because we've already gone through those games. I already hate games where it's like you don't actually do anything.
Oh, like visual novels.
I enjoyed the walking.
Well, it depends on certain ones.
Yeah, as long as they're cute guys, it's okay.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Right? I totally thought it was a different game, and then I was like, "This is not what I expected." And so I gave it to Laura, and she's like, "This is a good game."
I love this game.
I'm like, "Good on you." So that was.
No, because that's what I was expecting with that. I don't want to pay a lot of money for a game that I'm expecting to actually play and then go through the first 2 hours and just literally watch something. At least with that, I was at least reading.
Yeah.
And making decisions.
Yeah.
But at that point, it would be just like, okay, now I'm watching a movie. I could have just gone to the movies.
Okay, so
for half the price and watch something way better than stick figures.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying.
You're just saying, I get it.
If I did it and you sat through it, you should be held responsible for your choice and your time.
Who's really at fault
I'm animated
here?
at 15 frames per second too. I don't know, because that stutter animation's in right now.
Is it?
Have you watched the Berserk anime? The art is great. I do not like the animation. It feels like I'm watching a show that's buffering constantly.
Maybe it is.
Maybe. I mean, that art style is fairly intensive, so
I think it worked for that, personally.
It made it look like a comic, kind of.
I just don't like that buffering effect. It's annoying because I can't not see it. You'd have to watch it, and it's like
I've watched Berserk.
It's kind of like what's that other? Kill la Kill has a weird frame rate too.
What?
I've watched Berserk before.
What does?
Really?
With
Kill
you?
La Kill?
Yeah. Not all of it, but I watched part of it.
You don't really notice that because other stuff's happening. So you're like, ooh.
Yeah, that one has got so much going on all the time, and it's fairly entertaining.
Yeah.
Just keeps you on the edge of the seat. It's pretty great. I would recommend
Looks like
it.
Shadows with you.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but
it's nice to see people experimenting with animation styles, but it's not something I care to sit and watch 2 seasons of.
Well, Berserk was manga first, right?
Yes.
So
most of them
I have the original animation somewhere.
So with that style, it's kind of like you're going from panel to panel to panel. So that
that one.
So that framework could work for that, because like it's like when he's running, it's like panel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought the art style.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like it's meant to look like comic books.
Yeah.
I'm just responding to. I thought the art style was fine. It's the animation of the art that is terrible to me.
Motion.
I'm with Shadow though. I like the smooth animations better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they smoothed it out and kept it all looking that same, I'd be like, okay, yeah. But I don't know how well it follows the manga either. But I also own and watch the original Berserk anime, and that was good. And it was a smooth animation, so I enjoyed that.
Oh, that's another quick topic before we hop on to our next one. It still had to kind of do with like the cloud gaming. Is that Google Stadia is not doing any sort of beta testing for their.
But you can pay $150 for their controller with a Wi-Fi chip.
Ooh.
I heard this comment. I'm not sure if it's true.
What?
I think it's about Google, where they'll get a good idea and they'll start a project and they won't see it all the way through, or they'll put it out but they won't support their idea before they move on to the next one.
So they're pretty much beta testing everything.
Yeah, and they never follow.
That is to say, Johnny's got an idea. We're going with Johnny today.
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, it's like
Johnny,
that did not do so good.
Johnny, you fired.
Or even if it was a good idea, it's like they have like major ADD. Like, okay, next project's like, no wait, you could still.
I could definitely thrive in an environment like that.
Is that what's going on? You think with Google?
I don't know.
I'd be trying a lot of food
if
trucks.
it's not, they're making a very very poor decision to not beta test these servers.
Yeah, YouTube Gaming's already gone. That's great.
What?
Oh really?
Wait,
Cancel Google
wait.
Plus, YouTube Gaming, Google Glass. They also got rid of
That was going to be a glass hole.
Google Plus was that group chat thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like the Google, like the Google
Facebook,
Circle
on Google.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's not. I don't know. Not beta testing something like that just seems like a very bad idea. Because not only is beta testing important for like catching bugs and things like that,
Yeah,
it's
they
also
got the money to just throw it all away.
Server stress tests, but
they own all the infrastructure. They don't have to worry about it. They can be flippant. They don't lose anything on it. Everything else brings in so much money. They could literally try to sell you a bag of crap in the store and get away with it.
It makes me feel like they don't care about it then. So that makes me even less likely to buy it.
I don't know that they don't care so much as they're indifferent.
I didn't say that they didn't care. So it makes me feel like they don't care. Which being indifferent kind of is like not caring. You know, if you're indifferent to it, then you don't really care.
Yeah, and that's and they're touching on the same thing. My concern with Google Stadia is you don't.
Yeah, see, that's
once the service goes away, what happens to the things you paid for? The full price games you paid to stream.
That's the whole issue that I have with all. That's the thing I was talking about earlier. Is what happens after they decide to cancel that service.
Yeah, I know.
You're out of luck. You've got nothing. You spent hundreds of dollars on games, and they're like, "Oh well, guess what?" And they pull a plug. Well, guess what? There go all your games.
It would be even more devastating to me is, do I get to keep my save files?
Probably not.
No. This is just like nothing worse to me. You can destroy my system, you can destroy my games. If I lose my save files is when I panic.
Okay, well here you go. Instead of putting games on there that would require like major save states and everything, you put like Metal Slug and those type of games where you always start from the beginning, to where you wouldn't matter if you lost your save state.
Then you shouldn't bother jumping into mass gaming anyway. Well, if you're just going to put out games. I get what you're saying, but I could see streaming services working indefinitely for like arcade style games.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
There we go. Yeah, that's why I was
online coin op.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But still,
and we should buy up some licenses.
I just don't like that idea as if a company decides to can a product like what.
Yeah,
like
we're bored with it now.
What?
Google could be so flippant. We're bored with it now.
Yeah, and they're like,
pull the plug.
Yeah, they literally just pull the plug on it, and then
Yeah, I would not doubt it. I was very upset to hear the news that Tencent and Nintendo are working together to bring Nintendo titles and possibly the Switch to Japan. Tencent's got its hand in almost everything in gaming. They own 40% of Epic, or some high percentage of Epic, enough to pull weight. And then they also own, I find that really funny because they also own PUBG. So they owned both of the big battle royales. It is, and not only that, it's extending out of China into our gaming market, not just mobile gaming. It's insane. Look up their investment portfolio sometime. Like, you wonder why all these companies are doing a lot of the same things. Tencent's generally got their hand in most of them.
Are they on the market?
Do what?
Are they on the market?
I don't know if they're. I don't think Tencent is, because it's a Chinese company. I don't know if you could invest in it without a Chinese proxy.
At least for like a year, investment for a year.
For a year?
I mean, I don't think they are so flippant. I don't think Tencent's so flippant to
pull out for a year,
destroy their market share, the things that they have money in. But I don't think they're a silent investor that would not try to steer their companies the way direction, because they're going to be about, it's still that maximizing profit idea. Yeah. But Tencent is the gateway to Chinese gaming if you want into Chinese gaming. Forget, what was it? What were the other? IQ was the other one for Nintendo. Wonder why they didn't go back to IQ. I need an IQ DS. Actually, I want an IQ 64. That'd be great. So there was a console ban in China for the longest time. No game consoles.
Okay.
Handhelds were okay. They were the exception, but Nintendo couldn't directly produce their consoles or sell their consoles in China. They needed a proxy So they went to a company called IQ. So you've got the IQ DS, the IQ Game Boy, IQ 3DS, but they didn't get the 64 till like 2006, and they got it in the form of IQ 64. It's a little handheld that the console is in the controller, and it plugs into a TV. And actually, the download service didn't stop till like 2016, where you could still get games, but I think only like 10 games gained to it in total. And I'm keeping my eye out on eBay to find one. But that's actually the preferred version of Ocarina of Time to speedrun, because you can shave like 20 minutes off, I think, something like that.
Wait, with like a glitch or something, or?
Oh, look at that! They are publicly traded.
All right. Looks like I'll.
Yeah, right. Invest in Tencent while they buy up your happiness escapes.
I mean, we won't be getting into it on the ground floor, but might as well get it right now because the way things are looking.
They're gonna own everything.
Yeah, you might as well.
All right, so
monetary tip of the day.
We're starting a management fund.
Yeah.
Contact us at our email if you want to get in on this investment. Right?
Wow.
I mean, if they're going to continue to grow, but man, it just bothers them how many companies they have a hand in.
That's how everything goes.
Yeah, I get it. I know.
Big companies buy everything out, and then the big companies lose track of what it was that started everything, and then they crumble, and then the small companies start up again.
So, like Amazon starting out as a bookshop out of his
Walmart, yeah.
Shadow's asking. He wonders how monopoly laws apply to world markets. They even exist. I'm not even sure.
I bet there's some
extent,
limit
sure.
that you would have to own within each market, and then I mean, I don't know that it matters because it all depends on does that person care, you know, and what can be done in any markets that it is affecting. So that'd probably have to be hashed out individually with each country and each market.
Who knows? But
I don't, but I'm sure an investor could probably point me in the right direction.
Possibly.
Like an investment firm.
Nope. Apparently each country.
Huh.
That's what I thought, yeah. And the markets just have to cooperate enough to trade. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think we've kind of hit a roadblock on the rest of that topic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for beating a dead horse.
All right, so we
rest in peace, Jorgen. You don't get that joke.
Don't. But
what?
We are
moving on.
Yes,
we are.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's my thing that I stole from Universal.
And guess what? I stole it from you. So fair is fair. You stole
Thief.
it from them, and I stole it from you.
Thief. All right.
You're
so apparently, Child Protective Services has a new job, and it's in The Sims.
So apparently, they don't actually like a physical sim doesn't show up in your game to take your sim.
Was it just like the first Sims where like it would just give you a pop up? You've had a baby.
It does a pop up. Apparently, like your toddler just fades into nothing.
So they get Thanos snapped. That's great.
Dang. It'd be funny if whenever the message pops up, it's a picture of Thanos. But anyway, I digress. So there's a new Sims4 bug apparently that's going around that is making a lot of people very, very upset. Is that your toddler will pick up like a toy. One I did see, it was like they picked up like a tablet or like a phone or something, and they refuse to put it down. Like no commands make them drop it, and then they don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't bathe, they don't go to the bathroom. Like apparently when the parents go to bathe the kid, they just dunk them in the tub and then take them back out. They go and sit on the toilet and they literally just stand back up. They don't eat anything. And so this is resulting in child neglect at that point because you can't take care of the sim. So people have been plotting. They're like, I'm just gonna kill my kid. Like he's not.
Damn.
People are just like, yeah,
that's gonna be taken out of context.
You just drop them off at the fire station.
No.
Yeah, leave them there, and then it's under their care. It's no longer your problem.
But like that's what's happening is people are like just waiting for them to take their. A lot of people make a lot of funny comments online about the whole thing. Some people are mad, some people are making jokes of it, but at the same time, like, apparently it's a big bug that a lot of people are upset with.
Yeah.
So,
I just thought it was a perfect metaphor for the kids I see these days.
I would say it's kind of.
I'm as bad as a kid with a tablet, but
it's kind of ironic just because it is so realistic at that point. Because I laugh whenever it says like the kids had tablets and they wouldn't put them down. I was like, that's hilarious because that's real life. I can't tell you how many times I see kids with tablets and or like with the phones, and the moms or the parents or somebody's like, hey, I need my phone back, and the kid just loses it, like completely loses it, like heaven forbid
you can't play Candy Crush or its current equivalent. I don't keep up with those games.
I don't know. But
I play Final Fantasy.
I was like, Sims4 is hitting a little close to home there with a lot of people.
I don't know that it's a glitch. I think the developers are making a statement, which is funny coming out of EA.
I don't know.
I'm being facetious in my statement,
okay.
but
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's a glitch.
But yeah, I don't know that EA would tolerate somebody making such a bold stance against their tablet games.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It's a great glitch.
I wonder what would happen to EA if Tencent bought them. Would they get better?
The world may never know.
Because they're consistently voted one of the worst companies to work for.
Who, Tencent?
No, EA.
Oh.
And their slash and burn tactics with studios.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't want to see that happen.
I was just curious of what that would look like. Would it improve it? Would
well, that would definitely go towards monopoly at that point. EA owns a lot.
Yeah, but like they also like to shut studios down when their games don't do well, even when the developer's kind of like, "Hey, bro, I don't think this is gonna do well," and they're kind of like,
I think the best thing.
But you're gonna try it anyway, right?
Just leave EA alone because they're gonna dig themselves a deep enough hole to where they're gonna die out anyway. So just leave them be.
They're gonna do EA. EA does what EA does.
They're like Nintendo, only
it's in the grave.
Worse.
You know?
They're like Nintendo, only bad.
That's what I mean. Like,
we got this great idea,
except it's not a great idea. Or if it is, they're just going about it the wrong way.
We're not gonna put loot boxes in at first, but after you're all bored with it, or at least some.
Then we're gonna charge double for the loot boxes.
Yeah, and it affects gameplay now.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, like it was bad. Like what was with one of their soccer games?
FIFA.
Yeah, there was something big about it. Like there is. What was it? There is literally a random factor in the game that can affect the way it plays.
What?
So, get a roster of characters.
Yeah.
You have to buy packs. But there's something that adjusts the way the packs come out. That is it's designed in such a way to keep you buying packs so that you can get the rewards. It's almost as if it goes inversely. The more packs you buy, the lower down. I'm trying to remember what it was. I have to look.
Does it raise your rates of getting certain things? Is it kind of like Kingdom Hearts Unchained, where
FIFA?
That's probably what it is. You don't like her surprise mechanic?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that's what they called it too. When they were defending themselves in Europe courts, they're like, they're not loot boxes. We consider it a surprise mechanic. People like surprises. It's not loot boxes; they're surprise mechanics.
I don't like to pay for
like,
my
here's
surprises.
a surprise and throw a shoe at them. Like, did you like that?
Surprise generally is free. So saying that it's a surprise mechanic is a lie.
That's like going up to somebody on the street like, hey, you just won a surprise. Oh yeah, that'll be $10.
Then you hand him 9.
What? It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of that time when we went to the city. I think it was you, and that guy handed you those beads, and then he like charged you for them.
I mean,
It's a donation, but these cost money.
yeah. To be fair, I wanted those beads anyway, but it wasn't right for him to be like, have a set amount. Oh, I need $20. No, I can give you 10. No, I need 20. Like, whatever. Cause like, yeah, it was donation, right? Yeah. It's not a donation if you're demanding a certain amount.
Right.
Apparently, it has something to do with like they published the actual chances of getting the good players, and it's like insane. So that's used as an incentive for you to keep buying, because there's no way to get the better players. Man, that would like kick me right in the ego if I were a soccer player. It'd be like, you're not a good enough player to be in the low percentage tier.
So
they have this club when they go to soccer clubs. They're like, you're not a low enough percentage to come in this room. Get out.
It kind of feels like the mobile games, like Kingdom Hearts Unchained. Like they list the odds of getting certain medals, and I think the more pools that you get that you don't get those, it like invisibly raises your chances of getting them.
Does in that one.
I'm talking about in Kingdom Hearts though.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what it feels like. But that's a free game. Like you don't have to pay for that, and you do get free draws by just playing the game. Like you don't have to spend money.
I spent like $10 on that game because I just liked that particular medallion for some reason. I was like, this looks cool. And then I realized I don't ever look at it.
And you never play that game.
But now it's like I go so long before I play it that when I log in, I've got tons of new points for no reason.
They do expire.
I generally go out and spend them on what's the current like promotion.
No, I'm just saying if you don't check it every so often, those do expire.
Because they keep giving them to me. They just kind of pool and just sit. And then it's kind of like, hey, welcome back. You got all this stuff. I'm like, I feel welcome back. And then I just go away. Pretty great.
Yeah. The donation tier. You don't get anything at the $10 tier.
Yeah. I didn't get blessings for $10. I had to give 20. I had to give 20.
China also makes you stand up and wave to your opponent when you get shot down in PUBG. And it's no longer guns. It's paintball, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Huh?
When you die?
Yes. When you die in the mobile PUBG in China, your character falls down like they normally would.
Yeah.
And then they get up, wave to you, and disappear.
That is
interesting.
Kind of creepy.
It's pretty funny because the idea is it's just a game.
I know, but it's like one last haunt. You killed me, and then you fade.
Rip.
Like at least that's the new loot box goal. Is what they're not telling you. Is they're trying to abide by the government, but at the same time, they're going to add death emotes now. So do you dab before you fade away, you know?
Oh, Lord.
Do you shake an angry fist before you fade away?
See, that's...
No dying in pub.
You Thanos snap.
Depending on the cost of those, you know, that's a personal choice to buy them, but that's also funny, so I mean, that's like...
Oh, yeah. It definitely is. I just thought it was comical.
No, it is.
Yeah. I mean, because watching some videos of it, I was like, that's pretty comical. I like this. I would put that in my PUBG on PC.
Of course you would.
That would just be funny. I mean, imagine, you could even monetize death emotes. That's hilarious. Like, because we don't have that kind of, like, rule about violence limits, so you could be like, your death emote could be literally you dropping your pants and just mooning somebody. I don't know about you. I'd pay 50 cents for that emote.
That's the thing. It wouldn't be 50 cents.
Yeah, I know. It would get overboard real quick. But but in my dream world, I'd be okay with paying 50 cents for them to animate me. Like fart shouting on Skyrim's pretty great.
Speaking of cosmetics being expensive.
Yes, makeup's
or extra
expensive.
Stuff. No, like game cosmetics.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I played Dead by Daylight. They came out with like a new outfit. They want $13 for that stupid outfit. I'm like, I'm not paying $13.
What is it?
It's like it's just an outfit for one of the characters.
It's
literally that's all it is. It's just an outfit.
It's not a whole new character.
No, it's just the outfit.
Is it
the character's only $5, but the outfit is like 11 or.
Is it to
12.
commemorate Stranger Things like everything else?
No, I don't believe so. No, it's not.
I forgot Stranger Things 3 got a game on the Switch today.
It is just, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't mind helping the developers, you know, making money for the game, but I'm not going to spend $11 on a
I think
when the game cost me $12 to buy, I'm not going to spend $11 on a cosmetic. I'm sorry.
I think there's a sincere place for cosmetic extras that are charged, because it's a good way for longevity of games. It's a good thing for the longevity of games. Yeah, as long as it doesn't affect gameplay, cost, whatever you want to charge for cosmetics, have a good time with it. You know, like if I want to run around in psychedelic rainbow clothing that keeps changing colors all the time, I would pay for that option, as long as it didn't affect gameplay. Oh yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Well, it would affect gameplay because it makes you so much more noticeable that you die almost immediately.
But that was actually a joke. Like when
I know at that point it's almost haunting to wear those.
And
skins.
because in PUBG there was a suit that made you the Banana Man. It was a yellow tracksuit, and people would run around going, "I'm the Banana Man."
I missed that.
And it was fun to have, and everybody wore it. The problem is, you're in a drab green everywhere with like bold colors, and you're wearing this bright yellow outfit, trying to kill people in stealth. I mean, some people go in guns blazing, but I wore it all the time, and people are like, dude, take that off on this team. I'd be like, nah, man. Everybody needs to see me shine.
I'm a Banana Man.
Yeah, I'm a Banana Man. Everybody's got to see me shine. I don't know. I didn't get the joke. I was not in on it. I just got it in the loot boxes at the time.
Gosh, Steven, you would do that. You would pay $10 to add the Fortnite dance to your PUBG account.
I would. Depending on which one. I'm thinking I'd have to be flossing on the field.
See, Overwatch skins like $10. Like that's, I don't know. Like it's gotta be freaking. I don't know.
I missed when you could buy the skins on what was Blizzard's take on Dota.
I don't know. The only time I didn't mind.
Do.
I don't. I also don't right now.
The name of the game?
No.
Blizzard's take on.
On Dota.
I can't remember the name of it.
Shoot.
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, I just forgot it.
I liked it when I could pay for my skins. Now you got to buy those damn points and then pay for.
You don't have to. You can still.
You can't outright buy them anymore.
You can.
I don't think you can.
You can with coins. They just cost a lot more.
Yeah.
But those are things that you can earn in.
Pay cash for them.
Those are things that you can earn in game though. The only time I didn't mind spending, what was it, like $15 on a skin?
Was the Mercy skin.
Was the Mercy skin, because it was that did go towards donation.
Charity,
that was a charity event. So not only did I get a skin, but I also donated. So it was like, okay, I'm cool with that. That's fine.
You donated to a company so that they could claim the donation.
Fine.
That's how that works.
That's fine.
You're better off just donating yourself besides giving it to a company.
But you wanted the skin.
I wanted the skin too, though.
Well, okay, well, yes. But in general, like when grocery stores ask, "Do you want to make a donation?" You're like, "No, I'll do it myself."
Yes, Shadow, they did do donation skins. I think that was the only donation skin that they've done so far. That was the Mercy.
Tell you, I don't play enough.
It was the breast cancer awareness one. So it's the pink Mercy.
Resolution was to donate every time I've asked.
See, the thing is,
could you donate to my fund for dinner?
Not you.
Do you claim it?
What?
Do you claim it?
No, I should probably keep track of it.
Yeah, you should, because they are.
Because I probably got up. I'm probably over $200 this year.
Yeah, you should claim that.
Yeah.
I understand that they get the tax credit, but they were also organizing a lot of people to stream and to do that kind of things and making it more aware that there was a donation thing going.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm talking about what they're talking about there.
That's a good last minute topic. Has anybody heard about this new thing?
So that's why I didn't mind giving them the $15 because they were promoting it and they were trying to raise more money at that time for that event. So it's fine if they really want to take the tax credit on my $15, that's fine. I won't miss it.
So that's an interesting topic. We're talking about like donations. So you can think of like a subscription to a streamer on Twitch, like kind of like a donation, right, to the stream. So Twitch has got this new thing that they're either trying or have rolled out. It's coming. Well, maybe was coming. Where if you're a subscriber, you can do subscriber limited streams. Meaning, if they want to stream to just their subscribers, they can. But there's a big problem with terms of service conflicts within games that say you cannot monetize our content, in the sense that you can't put it behind a paywall. So if you're streaming it and making money is one thing, but if you're streaming it and saying you can't watch this stream without paying, i.e. a subscription, then you have just violated their terms of service. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that. I don't know. You guys were talking about subscription or donations, charities, and I was like, man, why does that thing so familiar? And I was like, oh yeah, that Twitch thing that happened, and everybody was in kind of an uproar about it. I'm kind of indifferent, like depending.
Yeah.
Like if you're ASMR, you can get away with it probably.
Yeah.
Or who's that one girl that like just puts pasties on and then paints her body for like 2 hours?
I don't know.
Odd.
Speaking of that,
I mean, if you enjoy it, more power to you. But
are we gonna talk about gamer water?
oh yeah, Bella or Belle Delphine, whatever.
Well, we can talk about.
Oh no, it's just some stupid little blurb.
Yeah.
She is like, she's an excellent troll.
Yeah, in many ways.
Yeah, that account was pretty great. The account I don't speak of here. No, she's selling bath water. So it's supposedly water that she's bathed in.
Bath water.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Because people have been people have been making fun of her because like she's profiting off of all this crap that she does, like her Instagrams and the Patreon, and she's just leaning into it full tilt, and she's now selling gamer girl bath water.
That's what it is. I mean,
yeah, apparently $30 a piece. That's so excellent, and it sells is like the greatest part.
That's
unironically it sells too.
I don't know if that's sad or.
Well, it's sad.
I mean, you do
you
do you. Whatever.
No.
It just shows how lonely people are getting now.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Well, they need to get out of their house and stop buying bath water on the internet.
Maybe they're gonna have it blessed. Holy bath water.
Heaven forbid if they actually get somebody over to that. I was like, man, dude, what you have this?
Father, can you bless this?
Of water for? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna tell them? That you bought bath water from some girl online? You might as well just plant a red flag on that bottle and go, don't even ask.
What's worse, buying bath water or buying used socks?
That's right.
They're both bad.
Right? A whole new market to exploit.
No, that's all bad.
H3 was actually really... I was joking about this in their last podcast.
Oh, okay.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
So he was talking about how she opened up that hub account and trolled everybody. And he's like... he started this weird conversation where it ends up like that she should fart in a jar and send it to them.
What? Oh my god.
It is talking about how she should just start selling them. This is similar because now she's selling bath water, and I'm kind of like, God. But if you don't watch the H3 podcast, that particular one was really it got weird, but it was funny because they were talking about the whole hub thing that went down.
Yeah.
And then now there's bath water this week, so
ridiculous.
No,
it's bad.
She knows how to make money.
Bad. It's bad.
I think it's appropriate.
No,
it's adequate.
It's bad and it's sad and it's
bad, it's sad. It's not rad. Would you like that with a fox? Would you like it in a box?
It's got some stupid lads.
I don't know. Gamer girl bath water.
Ow.
Right.
Ow. There's probably
there is. There are many worse things in the world. That's why I'm so indifferent. I'm kind of like, fair play to you. Fair play to you.
Just the whole thing. Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna order one and set it right in the center of the table.
No, you will not.
And that's gonna be like a threat to get to any guest we have. Don't make us use this bath water.
See, it's an empty thread. It's just tap water
that she's bathed in.
She probably did.
I know.
She only did it for the video. Everything else is like under the sink.
I know.
That's what's so dumb about it.
Probably put some shampoo or something in it.
Oh.
Yeah, that is. I was actually just thinking that. I wonder what
smell.
they are reselling on eBay for.
I don't know. Okay, this is a new marketing scheme. We're gonna
Alright.
just make a whole bunch of. We're gonna find what jar she's using. We're gonna go just get some water, and we're gonna say that we're reselling it.
And, well, you can clearly see the sticker.
Pre-owned gamer girl
make-
bathwater.
Yeah.
Pre-owned.
Yeah, you can clearly see the sticker, so you can like recreate that.
Yeah, exactly.
Gamer girl bathwater on eBay.
But we'll just make it a little bit different.
There are
this
prices
is
for
gonna
different qualities of
Ruin
freshness.
my recommendations.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a little.
Oh
Oh.
man, this is gonna.
Alrighty, well this is
This is gonna ruin my recommendations, dude.
let's
Hey, there's some solar powered fountains here.
first edition
Solar powered fountains.
first edition mint condition gamer girl bath.
That's right.
Wow, never been used. That's the joke.
Yeah. Never,
People don't catch it.
Right. Never been used.
Like, oh, wait a second.
Wait a minute. Something doesn't jive here. Can't quite put my finger on it. That label's a counterfeit. No, that's not it, bro, but whatever. Alright.
She just takes like a bath bomb and throws it into a bathtub and then just bottles the water and sells it.
That would even be too expensive for the bottom line, you know?
Bath bombs are like $1.
Yeah, I know. That's $1 in profit you could have.
A couple of rosemary in the water.
You even need that.
No, a couple drops. That it's potent enough to where it should. Anyway, this is.
All right, yeah, we're thinking too hard on this.
I'm thinking about profit, you know, like the underpants gnomes.
I mean, we got
Phase 1 is collect underpants.
a trip to pay for. So.
Phase 2, well, I don't know. Phase 3 is profit.
Go swim in the ocean. Now she has an unlimited supply.
That's actually weird. I could see somebody making a spoof YouTube video where they go out to the ocean where people are
Oh my
swimming
God.
in it actively.
Yeah.
You see this girl? That's her swim water. God.
That's gonna be the second edition, the salty gamer.
That sounds
girl.
like something like
Gamer
that sounds like something you'd see like Filthy
love
Frank
it.
do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Run out
God.
there up to people being weird and then just scooping water next to them.
That's a good way to get the cops called on
It
you.
is. Yeah, but this seems like something that channel would handle.
This is okay. This has evolved into something completely different. I
I'd
don't know.
say devolved.
Yeah, okay. All right, well.
We have moved to a higher plane. Do we need this?
We're not
No.
playing games anymore. You can catch us Monday bottling bath water. On
We're all just
stream.
sitting around a tub just talking while bound.
Singing in unison.
We just drop a steel tub in front of us and just sitting here going, all right, guys, so what you got to talk about?
We have Danny in the background playing the drum. As we're scooping the water.
Into a beat.
Yeah, exactly. So we're in unison while we're doing it.
You got to wear a Viking war helmet, right?
Heck yeah.
That's
All right, then.
only one.
Next time on podcast pending.
Viking war helmets bottling bath water. But I'm going to be soaking my feet in that water, too. So.
Hey, they won't know.
Yeah, right? It's gamer girl water.
We'll just put a wig on you and call you a gamer girl for the day. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, well, that's our marketing strategy. You can watch it be
before.
bad.
Yeah. See the magic made. That's terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're
All right,
done
guys.
for the day.
Thank you for joining us once again. We're gonna be here on Monday at
8:30.
yes that time to do
Central Time.
more
Crystal
Crystal
Chronicles.
Chronicles. Now that we figured out we've been shooting ourselves in the foot.
No, we haven't. We've been doing good.
No, by not following the bonuses.
We only did it for like 2 or 3 things. It's
Yeah,
fine.
apparently really shot ourselves in the foot doing that.
we
But
still had lots of stuff. It's fine.
that is our thing. That's what we do. If you do like what we do, follow us on what? Facebook,
And Twitter.
Twitch.
I haven't updated our
YouTube.
Twitter though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can follow us on Twitter anyway.
Yeah, we're
though.
really busy, but we do try to keep some kind of upload. Last week's episode will not be going up. So don't be expecting that one. Half the audio was missing, so there's no way to restore any of it. And
more than half the audio. It was like almost the whole thing.
No, it was about half. But
Oh.
it's all everything that sets up the later discussion was completely missed.
Yeah.
So
We were just rambling at that
Yeah.
point.
But yeah, thank you for joining us. We hope you have a good day, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Button. I got the right one.
Proud of you.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.